I absolutely love Popeyes. Again, if you know me, this is something you'll probably already know, and it's probably not. I mean, I know it's not healthy, but I probably have grown a little bit too attached to it in recent years. However, this is saved by the fact that my nearest Popeyes is over 50 miles away currently, which obviously is very annoying for me, but good for my bank account and my health as well, because I know if there was one like in the next town over or something, I genuinely would find an excuse to go like every other week, and I definitely don't need that. But yeah, no, I first went to Popeyes when I was at uni, and because there was one in Central Oxford, and I initially I knew of it, as soon as I was there because I've walked past it several times, but I never went in there because I certainly if I was going for if I was going for really any takeaway, but especially things like fried chicken, then my go-to would be KFC. And there's KFC right up the road from my house here. That's what I'd been used to having, and I liked it, so that was just what I did. And I'm not the kind of person that branches out of their not necessarily comfort zone, but like habits that easily or that often. So I didn't go to Popeyes for a while. It was only in about third year when one of my friends was like really raving about it that I actually went and tried it for the first time, and pretty quickly it really grew on me to the point where I regretted having not been sooner, but also it completely has overtaken KFC as my default and my favourite sort of takeaway or fast food kind of place. And obviously it's fairly new in the UK. There aren't too many around. I was very lucky that there was one in Oxford, and I was aware coming back here to home that there wasn't one particularly nearby. So obviously I tried to make the most of it while I was in Oxford. There were some weeks where I went twice in one week, which is very, very not good. But in the sort of the depths of third year, and my thesis and having loads of work and revising for exams, and and all of that lot, it genuinely was one of the very few things that would consistently bring me good joy. So I carried on going, and honestly I regret nothing. But yeah, coming back home, obviously I knew I wouldn't be able to go as often because I don't drive, so I can't exactly drive like 50 miles just for some food. Also I haven't been working for a lot of this time, so I don't want to be spending like close to 15 quid on Popeyes every single time I go, which is what I was doing before. Yeah, so just as a general rule, I just make it as a goal to go to Popeyes at every available opportunity within reason. And I do specify within reason because there are some scenarios that I'll mention in a second where I would seem a little bit too over the top. And also, like I said, I do still want to obviously consider my wallet and my physical health, so I don't want to go too often. But yeah, basically anytime I go away for a comp to a place where I know there's a Popeyes, then I will go to there. My most recent comp was in Brighton, and I know there's a Popeyes in Brighton, so I went there. It's actually the third time I've been there. It was great. I think I mentioned it actually on the video I uploaded that day, how I had a really busy and stressful morning with trains being cancelled and all of that. And so Popeyes was a great relief, as it has been on many occasions for me. Yeah, basically any time I go to a comp somewhere where there's a Popeyes, then you can bet that's where I'll be. And actually, I've started trying to count them up now. See how many locations I've been to. It's obviously the one in Oxford, the first one I went to. There's one in Reading that I've been when I was visiting a friend. There's one in Waterloo Station in London where I've been. The Brighton one, obviously. I've been to the one in Edinburgh when I was up for Scottish Champs. I've been to the one in Birmingham New Street, UKC. God, there must be more. I've been to one in Cambridge as well when I was visiting my friend there. Yeah, I'm struggling to think of any more. I'm sure if I had a list, I could work out, but definitely at least six, probably more. I suspect. I think I've forgotten one or two. But yeah, it will be more soon because I'm going up for Farewell Strathclyde at the end of June, which is a 4-day comp in Glasgow, and there's a Popeyes in Glasgow, and obviously I cannot go every single day for 4 straight days because that would be completely unhinged. That's even more unhinged than I am, and that is saying something. I may end up going twice. I think I probably will end up going twice, to be honest, because I can get it reimbursed and that's a big part of the decision process. I will probably split, keep it far apart in distance. I'll do the first day and the last day probably, because that's the most sensible. And yeah, actually, just this morning, me and some of my friends were talking about going up to London, because one of my other friends is just finishing their music degree in London, and their final performance is coming up soon. So we're going to go up and watch, which will be very nice. And of course, I will be finding an excuse to go to Popeyes at some point during the day, because the trains from where I live to London go through London Waterloo, and as I've said, there is a Popeyes in Waterloo Station, so of course I'll be going there. Yeah, obviously a big part of why I can afford to go is because at comps I can get lunch reimbursed, so that obviously means a lot. And at uni it was different, but yeah, I just absolutely love Popeyes. Obviously a big part of it is the food, but I think another part of it is the fact that as weird as this is going to sound, it does give me good memories, because it reminds me of in the past, if I was having a rough day or a long day or really tired or whatever, and I couldn't be bothered trying to cook that much, because that seemed like effort in the evenings in uni or whatever. If I was having one of those days, I knew I could just go to Popeyes and it'd be nice and easy and I'd really enjoy it. And the genuinely lifting my mood. I remember that every time I go. I remember those kind of evenings where I could actually really look forward to it. I know that sounds really weird, because it literally is just a fried chicken restaurant. Or it's not even a restaurant. It's like a fried chicken fast food place. So it's very weird to say, but yeah, I mean it is what it is. Yeah, I just love Popeyes. It's a place of joy, and yeah, so I did, even to the point where I plan out when my next available opportunity to go to a Popeyes is going to be. So we've got a few weeks time. When me and my friends go up to London, I'll be going then. My next comp after that, because I've got Western coming up in a couple of weeks, but there's no Popeyes in Western, so I won't be going then. But yeah, so London in a few weeks' time, and then next at the end of June, I've got, like I said, Strathclyde, and I'll be going hopefully twice. I shouldn't say hopefully. I just shouldn't say hopefully. That sounds so silly. But yeah, then I've got Euros, and I'm not gonna, even if there is a Popeyes in Amsterdam or something, which I have no idea if there is or not. I'm not gonna go to Popeyes in Amsterdam, because it's a holiday. You want to do actually fun stuff. You want to visit local restaurants, cafes, things like that, actually have a nice time. So I'm not going to go while I'm at Euros, because I think that would be overkill. But then I've got UKC Blind and FMC, which is a separate competition to UKC this year, and they're being held 2 weeks apart, so I'll be going up to Birmingham on 2 separate occasions. So I'll definitely go at least once while I'm up there each time. Yeah, so obviously I am greatly looking forward to this. I know, I am aware I bang on about it quite a lot, and I also know a lot of people don't rate Popeyes as highly as me. I know it's my opinion, I'm just having a laugh, but I really love it. Like I said, as much as it pains me that my nearest Popeyes is over 50 miles away, that is probably a good thing, because every time I go it makes me appreciate it more, and that can only be a good thing. So yeah, see you tomorrow.